Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Tyrants of the Moonsea. Last episode, we made our way through the road here, killed a whole load of demons, made an agreement with another demon to kill a death Slaad, and destroyed a black dragon, or shadow dragon, one of the two. Point is, he was big, scary, and angry, but we killed him. Now it's time for us to move on to outside Ulash, another town. Hopefully we'll have a good merchant.
Gloomfang was a dragon of no small power. The wizard she spoke of must be mighty indeed to have earned her loyalty.
Well, whoever he is, this Archmage poses a threat to the entire Moonsea. Perhaps a time will come when Faerun isn't constantly plagued by powerful spellcasters threatening the lives of common folk.
I share those sentiments. It was a wizard, a necromancer, who did this to me.
Don't attempt to lay Faerun's woes solely at the feet of mages. Are the blades of Mulmaster not warriors of the highest caliber? If memory serves me correctly, the kingdom of Cormyr was forged by the swords of the Azuns.
Yes, and the Azuns rule with justice and dignity.
Well, I wish I could say the same for Selfarl and his Council of Blades.
I sense I have stirred up some bad memories, Greymane. Let us move on before you grow even more tiresomely brooding.
I like that conversation. It actually develops their characters a bit. Two of them do agree that there are some pretty bad mages out there and that have done really bad things. But the mage, for obvious reasons, is like, no, there are some good ones too. Don't blame the mages entirely. And I saw something say something about a traitor. First, who is this Merrick person? And Captain Haliator.
I greet you.
Stand up straight, man. What's wrong? Afraid to look a red plume mercenary in the eye? Shove it up your backside, Haliator. Oh, will you look at this, lads? This Zent rat still has some fight left in him. You see this sword, Merrick? It's had a lot of use lately. I've killed more Zents in the last month than I can remember. The blade is losing its edge. Might make an execution a bit messy, if you catch my meaning. Aye, especially in your hands, Haliator. I've heard it said you have trouble telling one end of a sword from the other. The wounded warrior coughs wetly behind his battered helm. Red drool dribbles from under it, dripping onto the snow. One of Haliator's soldiers looks at the other and barely suppresses a snigger at the Zent's insult. Haliator goes red with anger. I wonder if you'd be so mouthy without a head. I think it's time we found out. Haliator lifts his sword, about to cut down the wounded fighter when he notices you watching them. He lowers his blade in consternation. What in the abyss do you want? This ain't no public display of mummery for you to gawk at. What's going on here? This Zentish rat dragged himself in, all battered and torn up. Claims he was savaged by a dragon on the Shind Road west of here, but I'm under orders to kill any Zent I see. You can't execute him in cold blood, he's wounded. I'm Captain Haliator, dammit, the leader of Ulash and commander of a century of the Red Plume's finest. This man is with the enemy. What do you care for a damned Zent anyway? He's badly hurt, you can't just execute him. And I suppose you're going to stop me? A whelp like you? I'll run you through and feed your corpse to this mystery dragon, ha! The dragon is dead. I killed it. With help from my companions, but still. Captain Haliator looks at you a moment, trying to gauge if you are joking. One of his men leans in and whispers to him. You hear your name, and the captain's face suddenly pales. Well, mayhaps you have a point. An execution in cold blood does seem a little harsh, all things considered. Still, he's a Zent, an enemy of Hillsfar and the Red Plumes. I'm taking him back to Ulash for trial. As you wish. Well, that's sorted. Merrick, you filthy dog, count yourself lucky that I'm in a generous mood today. Come on, soldiers, carry him back to town. He can face judgment later. Oh, Ogson the traitor, hello. Oh, a resting spot.
Hello.
This scrawny man shivers in the biting cold, rubbing his hands together in a vain attempt to generate some warmth. When he sees you, his wrinkled face explodes into a manic grin. Hail there, doughty adventurer! While the freezing cold may send lesser men scurrying for the warmth of their hovels, no earthly weather can deter an Ogson from the striking a deal. Not the arid sands of the Anarok, nor the frigid wastes of Damara. Do I know you? No, I don't believe we've met. The Ogson family is very large and well-traveled, though, so perhaps you've bumped into one of my many brothers during your adventures. Wherever there is trade to be had, there you will find an Ogson. That's the family motto. Don't you find the cold unbearable? The Ogsons are a family of strong breeding. Besides, my caravan holds warmth enough to shelter me from the cold. I am loath to leave my merchandise unattended, so until I can get some help moving my caravan, I'm stuck here. Why is your caravan on the side of the road? That, dear friend, is an amusing tale. I was on my way from Hillsfar to Vunlar when I heard the foul shrieks of demonkin echoing through the night. I stopped here, thinking to seek refuge in the town of Ulash, but they refused me entry. I made camp within sight of the town walls, intending to wait out the long night in the belief that the fiends wouldn't stray so close to Ulash. So far I've been correct on that count. Why are you still here? And where are your oxen? The captain of the town's Red Plumes emerged after I set up camp and told me I was in his territory. He taxed me on the spot. I offered him some of my merchandise, but he said meat was of greater value and took my oxen. Without your oxen, you can't move your caravan. That's the amusing part. One of the beasts showed signs of madness on the way here. I think it had contracted a rare and terrible disease, one known to be transferable through its flesh. Don't you think we should let them know? It's too late to do anything now. Either the ox has died of its disease or it's been slaughtered and eaten. I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Did you see what happened with that gent? Oh, yes, indeed. The poor fellow dragged himself all the way here from the valley to the west. He was ranting about a dragon. I would have given him a couple of healing potions free of charge, but the Red Plumes came and apprehended him. Well, let me see your wares. Oh, that's music to my ears! The Ogsons have a fine tradition of stocking only the most valuable goods. After all, why bother going through the effort of traveling the farthest reaches of Faerun just to sell the ordinary and mundane? Well, let's see. Braces of armor +3, dexterity, striding, dragon shield. Armor bonus +2, and resistance. Pretty good. Robe of scintillating colors. Gives purple. Nymph cloak, cloak of protection. Delver's armor. 9 +1 for the dex bonus, plus universal saving throws. Pretty good. An armor of freedom, it just gives freedom. Weapons. Well, there's Divine Fury, which does stun and electrical damage, but I don't use a katana. I could buy some potions, I don't need any. Ring of Protection, Necklace of Fireballs. Instrument of the Winds, Janthara's Harp. Magical Bags. Okay. Well, I have things to sell. And I shall. Selling the Wand of Fear. And again, it's only 5,000. Fine. I guess I'll get 5,000 for each of those. I have no idea if these are going to have any use, but I'm going to hold on to them just in case. The Dragon Shield would be nice, but I'm going to save up my money. And that looks like the way into the town. But we should look around outside of the town first, see if we find anything of use. So I guess 5,000 is the limit of the amount of coin I'm going to be able to get the things. Unless there was something in the town, but I just sold them. Probably going to regret doing that, but what's done is done. So that leads to Hillsfar. But we have another town here that I feel like we should investigate. Provided they'll actually let us in. I don't know if they will. It's entirely possible this Shankly will say, no, you can't get in.
I greet you.
The Red Plume huddles against the rough wooden gate, desperately trying to avoid the biting wind. Realizing that his efforts are in vain, he curses and pulls his cloak tighter around him. He straightens when he notices you approach. Eh, what do you want? It's a strange time of year for wandering, given all these fiends roaming about. Who are you? Name's Shankly, though I don't see as that's any of your business. Still, a brief chinwag won't do a man any harm. Just don't try any funny business, or you'll end up with my blade in your guzzard. I want you to open the gates. These gates are locked as tight as a dalesman's purse until a Haliator says otherwise. They're demons and worse abroad. How much further until Hillsfar? Another half-day's march along the east road. Don't get any ideas about getting in, though. His lordship Malthier has closed the city to all save the Red Plumes. Gentil keep is stirring, and he wants Hillsfar ready in the event of war. Looks like someone drew the short straw. You're trying to be funny. This is what I get for becoming too friendly with the captain's daughter, I guess. Damn, Haliator is as prickly as a bear with a sore arse. Farewell. Yeah, be going about your business.
Sorry, no can do.
Alright, so we can't go into this town. I guess the only option then is to continue on to Hillsfar, where we'll be dealing with a death slot, it sounds like. Shind Road to Hillsfar. Oh? Oh!
Pathetic.
Oh? Hello there. Who are you? The gray eyes of the slender swordsman pass dismissively over the corpses of the Slaadi at his feet. Despite the whirlwind of cold steel he unleashed but a moment ago, his breathing is steady. He regards you coolly as you approach.
These Slaadi grow more numerous by the day. You must have a death wish to be traveling these roads, at least without an army to back you up.
That was an impressive display.
I work best alone. The only allies a true swordsman needs are his blades. Tell me, stranger, what brings you so far from the safety of civilization?
The man's eyes regard you steadily, his face displaying not a flicker of emotion. Do you know who leads the Slaadi?
Grazkan. One of the Slaadi I fought on my way here squealed the name over and over, thinking to cow me. My sword silenced it soon enough.
And where can I find this Grazkan?
I suspect he must be somewhere close, if the numbers of Slaadi in the region are any indication. Such a being is surely powerful. You are either foolish or supremely confident. The latter is not a fault, provided one can match words with deeds. Regardless, Grazkan is your problem. He's mine.
The swordsman's eyes flicker to Astar.
So, Selfaro finally sent you after me. I should be pleased he hired the best.
Dead gray eyes lock with icy blue. Astar's face is like a mask carved from stone.
He's paying well, and he promised it would be a challenge. I would never have accepted unless both those conditions were met. The High Blade of Mulmaster wants you dead.
Interesting.
You're welcome to try, Assassin. I've been waiting for this moment a long time.
What's going on here?
I was once a blade, one of the ruling nobles of Mulmaster, and the only one not a puppet of Selfaro. He ordered me to eliminate a city official, a young woman. I refused and was banished from the city. The High Blade has never forgiven me.
The High Blade displays surprising cowardice for a warrior of his reputation. Perhaps once I'm finished with you, I will teach him a lesson. Now I must collect your bounty. Rest assured it is nothing personal.
Right. On him. Oh, wow. You attack fast, but, Enough of this. We shall meet again. And he ran off. Okay then. Camera. I guess that'll do. Okay, so I think we should probably stop talk, Astar.
So, he's every bit as good as they say he is. I've never seen a man's blades dance like that before, and I've sparred against the best Mulmaster has to offer. Even Selfaro will be sorely tested against that killer.
Who was that assassin?
Artemis Entreri, one of the finest swordsmen you're ever likely to meet, and possibly the deadliest assassin in the realms.
Well, you're lucky I was here.
Aye. Eventually, he'd have overmatched me. He's only the second man I could say that about. The blades of Mulmaster must truly desire my death. None more so than High Blade Selfarl himself. He is the first.
You've been hiding from Mulmaster all these years.
I never felt the need to hide. Now, they've sent assassins before, and none have met with success. I can never return to Mulmaster, but I won't let Selfarl chase me out of the Moonsea. I'll leave when I'm ready, not before.
You're a very stubborn guy. I like you. What happened to the woman you refused to kill?
She disappeared. I tried to warn her before I was chased out of Mulmaster. Perhaps she received my warning and managed to escape the city in time. I can only hope the gods were kind to her.
Speaking of the blades, any more surprises for me?
Well, I'm sorry about this. The last assassination attempt was 5 years ago. I'd hoped, that I was no longer considered a threat to Mulmaster. Selfaro has a long memory.
Well, we need to get going.
As you wish. Thank you for your help back there. You have my gratitude.
Not a problem. He wasn't really that hard to deal with. Also, we've got... This is the winter map. Oh, I do like this this tile set. It really is a very nice tile set. I don't know where it was first come up with, or which... I don't know which module it was first released with, but I do like this. Okay, can't go out that way, which means we're heading eastwards. Okay, so we have a path down here, not that we can really go that way at the moment. And that's an exit. It did say something about this being a random location and not the main location, so maybe there isn't actually much more to this place. Yeah, this was just a random encounter. And now we make it to Shinra East, nearing Hillsfar. We'll be dealing with that death Slaad soon, I think. Yep, there's some Slaad. How about we deal with them right now? There's Grazkan. Let me drop a save. Alright, Grazkan. Let's talk. This death Slaad appears larger and stronger than others of his kind. The Slaad's voice is deep and croaky.
Who comes before the great Grazkan? Brave you are, mortal, to risk my wrath. Speak quickly, or your life shall be forfeit.
Who are you?
I am Grazkan. In the furthest reaches of the multiverse, I make my home on planes so wild and chaotic, they would shatter the minds of any mortal who gazed upon them.
Why are your Slaadi terrorizing the Moonsea?
A wizard summoned Grazkan, tore him from his home plane. Slaadi need to eat, or we wither, grow weak. Humans brought us here. Humans can provide us with their sweet flesh. A fair trade, no? The wizard who brought us here was a great mage. In order to break the binding spell and return home, I require something.
Who was this wizard?
His name? Maganus, the one-eyed raven mage. Grazkan would love to devour his flesh. Too great is his power, though. Not worth the risk. How long ago were you summoned? Perhaps a month as you mortals count the passing of time. Grazkan already tires of this mortal plane. Tell me how I can help you return home. The one called Kaz Temet wields a sword forged in the depths of the abyss. A powerful blade with strong ties to the lower planes. Perhaps if Grazkan had this sword, he could break the bonds that keep him here. I shall attempt to retrieve this sword. You are a powerful one, mortal, but beware, Kaz Temet surrounds himself with lesser demons. Return when you have the sword, and Grazkan shall attempt to leave this plane. You know, I think it's actually a better idea to help him. Oh, gray slots. But yeah, I think it's a better idea to help him since, well, the demon would obviously just keep fighting because demons are demons. Why wouldn't they keep fighting? But Grazkan actually wants to leave. So if we help Grazkan, he'll probably try to head home, and we'll end up getting rid of two foes with one stone. That does seem like a better idea to me. Okay, there go those Slaadi. Copper ring. Gold piece. Gem of seeing. Very good thing to have. And in here we have Dust of Disappearance. 2 Dusts of Disappearance. We can only use each of them once. You know, hold on to them. And I'm pretty sure their remains are just going to be Slaadi tongues. Wait, no, that one had like 10 gold. Alright, well, I think we can try and deal with the demon for them. If we deal with the demon... Yeah, like I said, if the demon dies, and we bring the sword to Grazkan, then theoretically, he should just leave. And if he leaves, we don't need to worry. He's gone. But if we kill the Slaadi for the demon is likely going to just stick around. This goes to Hillsfar, but we can unlock it on the map. For now, however, back to the Eastern Shind Road. Oh, we made camp during the journey. Okay. Let's head on over here. The minor demons should be really easy to kill. Everyone get on up here. Where is, there's Astar. Alright, drop a save. Alright, Kaz Temet. You return. What of the Slaad Lord? Do not disappoint me, mortal. He needs your sword in order to leave this plane. The Baelor's fanged mouth twists in anger. Insolent worm! You dare suggest I part with this sword? I shall cleave you in half and then unleash the fury of the abyss upon Grazkan and his wretched Slaadi. Keep fighting. Okay, Aramith died. He should not have been there. Where's my weapon? Okay, for some reason my weapon is not visible. I'm wielding it. I think.
A quick in and out.
Okay, this is actually going very poorly at the moment. Okay, the succubus is dead. Almost got the Hedgerow. There we go.
The dead feel no pain.
I'm about to die. Okay, let me reload. Okay, I'm going to step back over to here, have you guys all move back. Or at least you move back. Alright, go kill the Hedgerow. You guys keep fighting there.
A quick in and out should do it.
Yeah, the Hedgerow, the Brock, the Succubus, they're not going to be too much of a problem, I don't think. Please kill the Hedgerow. At least Aramith is casting spells.
My blade shall lead the way.
Not the spell you should have cast. It didn't actually help. Right, kill the Brock. The Succubus is dead. Alright, and now we can focus on Kaz Temet. I am nearly dead. There we go. And now we focus on Kaz Temet. I need that strength bonus, it helps out. Why would you cast a fire spell at a freaking Baylor? That is the stupidest idea. We've almost got him dead. There we go. Got him. Gold piece and an abyssal blade. Okay, a quick rest. Okay, that is definitely bad. Can we please get rid of that Astar? How long does it take for the disease? Hold on, you. No. Oh wait, I have it. No, that's neutralized poison. That doesn't actually help. Astar, how long are you going to be diseased? Can you just recover from this disease already? Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. That's poison, not disease. I can only neutralize poison. How long does this disease last? It's like affecting him completely. Okay, he's recovered from disease. But that's still there. Okay, if I give you one of these, will it recover everything? There we go. Okay, disease is gone, you're better. I have no idea what disease you had, but that was kind of annoying. I still wish I knew how I could get into this cave. Like, I can see that it's blocked off, but I don't know how to get in. I can't... Oh, wait. What's this? No, that's nothing. Never mind. Seriously, how the hell do you get into here? And I can't interact with anything. Okay, well, moving on. Let's go report into the Slaadi. Hopefully, the chaotic Slaad won't decide to attack me. I'm just going to drop down a save to be safe. Alright, let's speak with you. I have the sword right here. The eyes of the Slaad Lord widen as you show him the sword. Yes, the blade hungers to return to the abyss. The pull is strong. Give Groscon the sword. Here, it is yours. Groscon's eyes shine as he lifts this huge sword from your grasp. Stand back, mortal, unless you wish to be sucked into the outer planes. Oh. And the Slaadi are gone. There you go. Didn't need to kill him, just persuaded him to leave. We didn't exactly get a reward, but, I mean, that's perfectly fine. Alright, and with that, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we go into Hillsfar. That should go well enough. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Luca Narani, Eramuth, Astar, and Lyressa. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Tyrants of the Moonsea, and I shall see you all next time.